I don't want to go down one solo, right? I don't want to go home with solo. It's round the clock, I'm telling you. It's time for us over at 3 p.m. right here in St. Vincent and the rest of Eastern Cameron. Now it's time for about 3 good news. It's 5 Sub Fridays on the Clean First Song with him 99.9. I'm telling you.
This is 99.9 Radio.
Good afternoon and welcome to WeFM's 3 p.m. News. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene, the Zero Hunger Trust Fund is monitoring the progress of interns taking part in the 2026 Youth Agriculture Science Internship Program, or YASIP. Teams have been visiting the 23 host businesses participating in the initiative to assess interns' development and gather feedback from both the young participants and their workplace supervisors. Since starting their 6-week placements on July 13th, interns have been gaining practical experience in farming, production, administration, and other areas of the agriculture and food system sector while building skills in teamwork, communication, discipline, and professionalism. The Trust Fund has thanked all host businesses for providing mentorship and hands-on training, saying their support is helping young Vincentians explore careers in agriculture, agribusiness, and the wider food systems industry. The Vincentian Students Association at the St. Augustine campus, in partnership with the Salvation Army, has launched a back-to-school donation drive to support children across St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The initiative is collecting new or gently used clothing, backpacks, textbooks, school supplies, non-perishable food items, and other essential items for students in early childhood, primary, and secondary schools. Donations can be dropped off at the Salvation Army from August 5th to August 19th. The donated items will be distributed on August 21st between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Organizers are encouraging individuals, businesses, and organizations to contribute, saying every donation will help ensure more children return to school prepared for the new academic year. Still on the local scene, the Medicinal Cannabis Authority has announced that its annual Cannabis Festival has been rebranded as the Cannabiz Festival, with this year's event set for October 29th to 31st. The festival will be held under the theme Cultivating Strategic Partnerships for Cooperation and Trade, highlighting a stronger focus on business, investment, innovation, and international collaboration. The authority says the decision follows the success of last year's inaugural festival, which attracted participants from across the Caribbean, North America, Latin America, and Europe. Organizers expect this year's event to bring together policymakers, investors, researchers, healthcare professionals, cultivators, and manufacturers to explore new opportunities in the medicinal cannabis sector. Details on the venue, program, and registration will be announced in the coming weeks. On to news in the region. The University of the West Indies Global Campus and the Barbados Police Service have celebrated the first graduates of a formal crime scene investigators workshop aimed at strengthening forensic investigation skills. 19 police constables and sergeants completed the basic crime scene investigation and management course at the Regional Police Training Center. The program included training in crime scene management, evidence preservation, fingerprint development, DNA analysis, forensic photography, electronic evidence, ballistics, and courtroom presentation. The initiative was delivered by the Barbados Police Service's Forensic Scenes of Crime Unit in collaboration with the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime. Officials say the partnership will help improve investigative standards and support more professional, evidence-based policing across the region. Energy giant BP is set to take full control of one of Trinidad and Tobago's largest undeveloped offshore gas discoveries. The company has agreed to acquire Woodside Energy's 70% stake in Block TTDAA 14 giving BP full ownership and operatorship of the Calypso gas project, pending regulatory and government approval. The transaction is expected to be completed by the end of 2026. Located offshore northeast of Tobago, Calypso is estimated to contain about 3.5 trillion cubic feet of natural gas. Energy experts say the move could help advance development of the long-delayed project, boosting future gas supplies, LNG exports, and government revenues. However, production is still expected to be several years away due to the complexity of deep water development. Finally, on the international scene, at least 7 people have been killed after a 14-year-old boy carried out a shooting at a secondary school near Thailand's capital, Bangkok. Police say the teenager first shot and killed his grandparents before going to Debsarin Nontabari School, where 5 teachers were killed. The suspect later died after turning the gun on himself. More than 30 people were injured, with several remaining in serious condition. Students described scenes of panic, with some fleeing classrooms and climbing over fences to escape. Thailand's Prime Minister Anutin Chanvirakul has described the attack as well-planned and says the government will introduce tighter firearms controls following the tragedy. This has been WeFM's 3 p.m. News. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. Join us again at 5:30 for WeFM's Evening News, and we thank you for listening.
Death is a fact of life. Even though death is a fact of life, that doesn't